Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's 4 days after SRKC round 1 started, and let me just tell you now, it was great. Okay, so guys, welcome back. If you haven't seen my previous video about my plans for racing this year, I'll put the link in the description, go check that out. But yeah, so Saturday just gone was the Southern Rental Karting Championship round 1 at Combe circuit. Never been to this track prior to this event, so I was a little bit nervous but very excited to go and learn it. So practice, it was just like a 5-minute practice, not like 5 laps, something like that, around like a lap time, it's like 26 seconds, so not much practice. But my initial thoughts when I got onto the track was, well, I always heard people saying you go flat out around here, flat out around there. And when I got onto the track, I was thinking, how am I supposed to go flat out around all these corners? Because the back end of the kart was just kind of stepping out, and I was very shocked by just how fast and tight the track was. I mean, I knew it looked fast and tight, but when you actually get on it and drive, it's like, wow, okay, this is fast and tight. But so much fun. Definitely need to work on my cornering still. It wasn't the greatest, that's for definite. But yeah, just a really exciting track. I was the first one out in the practice session, so I was like, oh gosh. Or for my group of practice anyway. But yeah, it was a lovely day, lovely, sunny, bright day. So there was lots of grip, which was perfect, and that definitely improved throughout the day. And yeah, after the practice, I was just, raring to go. Let's get into the heats. So heat 1, there was 6 karts on track for each heat. Everyone had 3 heats, 21 heats were run. I was in heat 5 or 3 or 5, one of those for my first heat. And I think I started third or fourth. It was third or fourth. I should have remembered this really. But I dropped back to 4th, just trying to, well, get a bit more experience, see what was going on. Then the guy in front of me actually, well, I don't know what happened, if he got taken out or crashed, but I remember coming around one of the chicanes, he was stuck at the barrier, so I was like, oh, okay, this obviously is going to put me in top 3. So yeah, I finished the first heat in 3rd, and I started eventually closing onto the back of the front 2 as well. So first heat, I'm not that great of a driver. I don't think I am anyway, but when I started to get close to those 2 in front, I was like, okay, this is good. Like, it was all mixed classes as well in the heats. So it was like pros and AMs and open class as well. So I was really surprised by how, well, I finished 3rd, and I also managed to close up to the other 2. So I was like, okay, I've got potential here, I've got potential. Heat 2, even better. I think I started 2nd. I was racing one of the organisers, Diego Savage, who's a very good driver. I mean, yeah, pretty much he pulled out in front, and I just stuck behind him and followed. A bit of a gap to the guys behind, so that was just run out, and I finished 2nd in the 2nd heat, which I was buzzing about. If you can see on the video I just want to show you, it's something like this in the kart. Like, sure, it was only a heat and there's no championship point scored, but I was very just pleased to finish that high up. Heat 3 didn't go to plan. It was a bit of a mess. So I started at the back. I think I was like 5th on the grid. And there was a few slow people in front of us, but this was the problem. There was one of the drivers who was quite slow. And yeah, we just got, well, me and Diego again, we both got stuck behind her. We just couldn't get past, and we were battling each other, trying to get past one driver. And actually towards the end, I tried going for a move, which ended up, well, I hit her, she got stuck. So yeah, it didn't feel great. We got lapped as well, because just we would be held so much, which was a bit of a pain. But it was the last lap after we got pulled at the barriers, and I Just went round the outsider on the last corners, and I just managed to get into just managed to get into 5th and not 6th. But yeah, so that was a bit of a disappointing heat, but you know, I was pretty satisfied with my previous ones, so you know, it could be a lot worse. So the finals, this is where it all comes down to. This is where the points are scored, and wow, yeah, there was a lot of pressure, I knew I was in a good position with my heats, and after my heats I was like, okay, maybe I could get a podium or maybe even win the AM class. Obviously not overall, but the AM class I was very confident at this point. So I wasn't in the first one, I was in one of the finals. I didn't go out in the first AM final. I went out in the second one, so that was good. I was really pleased to know that. And I was starting second on the grid out of 8 drivers. But you know, I had some of the pros in this as well, and they were quick. Also the AM who won the event, so he was really quick as well. Just kind of got out in front of me, and yeah, I was just trying to defend the whole race. I was just trying to defend because I knew that my podium was pretty much riding on this final. I might not get through to the big final, but I knew I had to finish as high as I possibly could. So I let the first AM got out, and I think he won it. And the second place driver, I saw the red armband, so I knew he was a pro. So I thought there's no point battling him, not in his class. Or you know, I still gave it a shot, but I'm not going to go and do something stupid because I'm really focused on my class for this championship. And then the guy, another guy behind me as well, I was defending from him a lot of the race. I remember every time I was braking into the hairpin, I could see the front of the cart like coming towards me. I'm thinking, I'm going to get hit, Obviously, it was a bit of race bumping, friendly nudges, nothing extreme, no cheating or anything dirty like that. It was very clean, but fair racing. Maybe not clean, it was a bit of bumping, but it was fair. And eventually got past me. But again, red armband, he's a pro. Let him go. All I can do now is focus on getting this podium. And I was defending like crazy. I kept making these small mistakes, hitting barriers a little bit. I was like, okay, I just need to calm down. The pressure's clearly getting to me because I've never been in this position. And then the heat finished. This happened. I got my first ever trophy, Castle Combe. It's a second place in the Pro-Am. Why do I keep calling it Pro-Am? In the Wade Am class. So yeah, this is like this is the biggest trophy I've ever got. The only other ones I've got before are like the little team sport 50-lap races, but I am extremely proud of this. So my first event in the championship, to get a second place in my class, I was absolutely buzzing. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. You know, I've been racing for 5-6 years on and off. Never really been at the front of anything. So to finally get there, you know, they call your name to go up on the podium. It's like, wow, this is why I do it. And I really proved to myself that day that, you know, I'm not as bad as I thought I was, and I've got a bit of speed. And yeah, now I'm sitting second in class. And yeah, full send, I gotta go for it now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, let's just get on to round 2. I'm ready. Herefordshire Raceway, 15th of May. Let's go get it. I'm ready now.